Have you ever noticed a silence that feels different? It's not the quiet of a room, but that empty pause between a swipe on the screen and the emotion that never comes. You scroll past flawless faces, bright smiles, framed achievements, and yet, inside, nothing stirs. It's as if your soul already knows. All of it is a crafted illusion, a reflection built to impress. And still, like everyone else, you keep scrolling, trapped by the unmoving glow of a screen that doesn't reflect truth, but a surface, like water, where few stay afloat, and many quietly drown, not from vanity, but from a lack of depth. This is the new mirror, and like Narcissus, we lean toward it. But what if someone dared to dive in? We've never been so visible, and yet so lost. We live in a world where being seen outweighs being real. Presence has become a performance, opinion has turned into currency, identity is now a filtered mosaic. But have you ever wondered who you'd be if no one was watching? How much of what you do is just a response to an invisible audience? There are mirrors everywhere now, on our walls, yes, but also in our pockets, our hands, even our eyes. They throw back idealized images, edited versions of who we might be. But when the screen goes dark, what's left of us? Who are we when we're not trying to appear? In the original myth, Narcissus doesn't die from loving himself too much. He dies because he falls for an image. Never realizing it isn't him, he cannot see the line between reflection and reality. So he stays there, enchanted, stuck on the surface. Beauty, no matter how perfect, cannot replace essence. The mirror cannot respond. The mirror cannot embrace. The mirror cannot touch. And this is how we live now, spellbound by projections of ourselves, unable to reach beyond them. We confuse vanity with self-worth. We mistake attention for love, visibility for connection, and it empties us. Social anxiety, body image disorders, the fear of becoming irrelevant, are symptoms of a time when reflection has become more valuable than substance. Research only confirms what the soul already suspects. Excessive social media use breeds insecurity, comparison, and existential void, especially among the young, who are still trying to figure out who they are. But how can we find ourselves if we're constantly performing something we're not even sure is true? The chase for likes has become a search for meaning, but meaning never lives outside. It isn't measured in numbers. As Jung once said, what you resist persists. What you accept transforms. When we deny our inner silence, our unresolved pain, our fear of being unseen, they don't disappear. They rule us and keep us from depth. We end up skimming across life's surface, terrified to go deeper. In Kabbalistic tradition, it's said that all things carry both a shell and a seed. The shell is the form, the outer layer. The seed is the essence. We live in an era of dazzling shells, but empty seeds. We speak beautifully, take perfect stances, master aesthetics, but often, all to mask how far we've drifted from ourselves. You can seem whole, yet feel shattered inside. Appear confident, while aching for someone's validation. Look strong, while silently falling apart. This is the modern tragedy. We've confused the shell for the seed, forgotten that essence only blooms when we stop performing and start listening. In Gnostic wisdom, true knowledge is knowledge of the self. Knowing yourself isn't about adopting labels or listing traits. It's about unmasking, letting the facades fall one by one. Hermes Trismegistus said, "As above, so below. As within, so without." You can't sustain a public image. That doesn't reflect your inner life. Eventually, that contradiction collapses. The soul demands truth. And that's where awakening begins. When the pain of emptiness outweighs the fear of diving deep. To dive is to surrender control over your image, to accept being misunderstood, unseen by algorithms. It's to return to silence. And in that stillness, you may find that what you sought all along, love, belonging, peace, was waiting within. But it's not a comfortable path. It's disorienting to realize how much of your life has been a performance. It hurts to see the part of you that only feels alive when noticed. Yet, beyond that pain lies something sacred, a reconnection with your true presence. Not the curated one, not the loud one, but the quiet, whole, invisible truth of being. Today, people speak of authority, but few understand what it truly means. Authority isn't about followers. It's not about being seen or admired. True authority is coherence. It's depth. It's being the same person in the light and in the dark. It's knowing who you are, even when no one's watching. That kind of presence transforms, it awakens, it guides without needing to shout. It's the authority of being, not appearing. But we've forgotten ourselves. Bit by bit, we've become edited versions of who we think others want to see. We keep trimming, polishing, selling ourselves. And with each cut, we drift further from our center. There's a specific kind of loneliness that comes from this, a loneliness not born from a lack of company, but from a lack of self. Can you feel it? That subtle gap between what you show and what you feel, between what you post and what you silence. This is the call, not to vanish, not to delete, but to return, to remember, to cross the mirror. Because in the end, everything we showcase fades, but what we are remains. There is no mirror that can hold the truth of being. So if you feel it's time to stop performing and start living, listen to that call. There's nothing more revolutionary today than silent authenticity. Withdraw, dive deep, awaken. The world doesn't need more beautiful images. It needs real presence. And if this video stirred something quiet within you, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel, not out of vanity, but to help more mirrors shatter and more souls remember who they truly are.